Imagine posting a video and getting a comment like this. This is the fear for most people who are stepping out on faith and going to create content. In today's society, content is considered king, but what do you do if you are struggling to show up as your authentic self on camera? Although it may seem like everybody you know is creating content, for most people, they are terrified of getting on camera. Whether they're self-conscious about their voice, the way they look, or the things that they have achieved. Now compound that with looking at your favorite creators like a Gary Vee, Him500, Nehemiah Davis, Alex Hormozi, Layla Hormozi, and thinking that I'll never live up to that. But for you and me both, we're gonna dive deep into what it really looks like to show up confidently on camera. So to preface this video, I did a lot of research watching YouTube videos, watching other creators create, and kind of figuring out the ins and outs of what confidence really looks like and what it shows up like on camera. Upon my research, I found these 5 things to be the main reason why most people aren't able to show up confident. But first, I wanna share something I found on Google. What is the golden rule of confidence? Rule number 3, build your confidence. If you don't believe in yourself or your idea, why should anyone else? Gain confidence through gained experience, skills, and knowledge. So one of the biggest reasons that I see people suffering from a lack of confidence on camera is because they are choosing to be somebody else. You do not have to change, mode, shift, or, kind of become this new person once you get on camera. The idea is to really show up as who you are. Present your normal self to your audience, because you're gonna wanna work with somebody who wants to work with you, whether you cuss a little bit or if you're a little loud sometimes. I feel like we like to water ourselves down when it's time to present on camera, hoping that we don't offend or repel anybody, but honestly, you want your brand to repel just as much as it attracts. And warning, showing up as somebody else will put you in positions that you never wanted to be in. You have to be true to who you are with your content, or you will be propositioned to do things that just aren't you. Try taking some time with yourself with the camera on and rolling. Play with some different styles and see what really feels good to who you are. I remember when I first started doing YouTube videos, I used to listen to this guy called Peter McKinnon, and he was like, boss up, and like his energy was always so high. So it made me feel like if I wasn't creating high energy videos, I wasn't doing it right. But that's just an unrealistic expectation for who I am as a person and also who my audience is, which leads me to number 2. The second reason why I see people suffering from a lack of confidence on camera is because they are unclear in their audience and their messaging. So I want to go back over this. So imagine being at an event. It's a conference, a business conference, and you're giving the final toast of the night. Now let's switch it. Imagine giving that same speech, but you're at a wedding. All right, let's switch it one more time. Now imagine giving that same speech, but you're at a barbecue. Your messaging is going to change based on the environment that you put your message in. But you want to contrive this for your business. You want to make the audience and you want to make the message around the audience that you have selected. So in order for you to dive deep into messaging, first you must dive deep into audience. Once you've selected your audience, speak directly to them. Don't worry about what anybody else has to say. A perfect case and example of this is Tyler Perry. Like, he puts out movie after movie after movie that not everybody in the community thinks is great, but it doesn't matter. The people who love his product loves his product, and he makes his product for that specific group and demographic. That's why he's winning. Okay, so now the third reason why I see most people lacking confidence on camera is actually because they have failed to plan. In The Art of War, it says a man that does not plan has already lost the war. I know everybody believes that you should be able to just get on camera, freestyle, riff, I'm one take Jake and all of that, but it's not that easy. Sometimes you have to go over content multiple times. I've messed up so many times just doing this one video, but you gotta push through it. I have a script on the side, I have some notes in my phone, I plan ahead of time, and so should you. What you wanna do instead is write out your content. What I like to do is list out the title of each section and then give myself 3 points to hit on within each section and then move on accordingly. Section. I feel like I'm in Atlanta. All right, so that brings us to number 4, which is actually gonna ruffle a little bit of feathers. It's unaddressed doubts. You have not sat with yourself and identified what you are really lacking on the inside. Whether it's a lack of belief in your product or a lack of belief in your skill set. Alex Hormozi spoke about this in one of his pieces of content. Maybe you aren't as good as you're pretending to be. Maybe you are claiming things that you haven't achieved yet or promising a result that you don't think you can actually deliver. It's hard to show up confidently on camera when you're not showing up truthfully on camera. You have to limit yourself to what you've actually experienced. Talk about what you know and what you can really do. This also means challenging those unaddressed doubts because you have achieved things. You have done great things for your business, for your family, for yourself, and you need to relish in those moments when you are ready to get on camera and present that person to the audience. As the quote said earlier, confidence is gained through skills, experience, and knowledge. So when you know better, you do better. All right, number 5, and just to wrap the video up on a high note, I do want you to understand that you haven't been doing it long enough. Like you're just getting started, and to have these high, unrealistic expectations for yourself is unreasonable. You need to give yourself the time to get the reps in so that way you can start seeing the results that you want to see. If you've only put out 1, 2, 3 pieces of content, this is not the time to start judging yourself. You need to just keep going, keep showing up. I remember when I was losing weight, and for those that don't know, I lost like 130 pounds. I started at 353 and then got all the way down to 218 in, I would say, about 2.5 years. But what it required was me showing up every day. And I remember showing up in pain. I remember leaving in pain. I remember going through the workouts in pain. And you know, what it taught me was that consistency is the actual metric that means the most when you are looking for results out of anything that you are putting your efforts into. So with that being said, hopefully you got a lot of value out of today's video. And I just want you to know, keep going, keep pushing. And the best way for you to show up confident on camera is to just be you, baby. Let's go. Let's do it. Watch this video next. It's right here. I shot this shit on my birthday.